gonna start a recording for a little bit. Yeah, you watch TV and play games. You don't focus on the center of the screen most of the time. What? Hold on, what? You watch TV and play games. You don't focus on the center of the screen most of the time. Wherever the center of the screen wants you to focus on? I really don't know what you're going on about. Maybe you had misunderstood what I was saying earlier. Oh, never mind. I misunderstood what you were saying earlier when you said, and the edges of the screen kind of fade out anyway unless you focus on it. I thought you were talking about my stream, not like how vision works. So that was my fault. I was concerned about the stream, but I wasn't like... But I was talking about vision, so I got where you're coming from. That was my fault. But yeah, exactly. So I do think this will be better overall. Because I know like when I'm playing like Half-Life or something, or anything where I gotta look around, I don't just like turn my eyeballs. I actually like look and reach for something and like up there and, you know, stuff like that. So that's what you would be seeing anyways on the screen. So I think this will be better. And I downloaded Hellblade VR. Still deciding if I actually want to play it, but I had a horrible time playing it just normally. I don't know how I'm going to feel about playing it in VR. Maybe it won't be as bad because it's third person. It won't be as scary, maybe? I don't know. Yeah, I mean, it's not quite peripheral vision, but yeah. And my head movements aren't that extreme, but I move my head around even without a headset, not just my eyes. Well, yeah, I mean, that's just how vision works. But in VR, there's something about it, like... Because I don't think you've ever seen VR, but it makes you want to look at stuff with, like, your whole head in weird ways that you wouldn't normally do. And makes you want to, like, reach for stuff. It's hard to explain until you feel it. Because no peripheral vision. Yeah, some headsets are better than others. This one has some, like, it kind of feels like you're wearing goggles where you can't see out the sides really. So there's like these black, I don't know what you want to call them, black bars on the sides of the headset that kind of block off your peripheral vision. But I mean, it's literally like the physical plastic or whatever, the housing of the device. But anyways. Your cone of vision is narrow. It's like wearing a massive hood in winter. Your head has to move and everything else kind of... Yeah, that's a good example. Analogy. Whoops. Okay, could have been worse. Jeez, man. Hellblade's gonna be 1,000 times worse, very specifically because it's Hellblade, and because of the content. A massive part of the game is the whole voices in your head thing. With headset on, you're breaking off a huge what? Connection to the real world. A word limit? I didn't know there was a word limit. Of the content, a massive amount. With a headset on, you're breaking off a huge connection to the real world. Oh. You're so hard to follow. You can't speak plainly. Or speak to me like I'm 5 years old, I should say. I don't understand shit. I'm pissed. Man, what if car damage happens? It doesn't. I don't think there's car damage that like slows you down. But I'm doing terrible now. Oh my gosh, you're reminded. It's just a game. I didn't know you played it. You played Hellblade? You're reminded that it's just a game that's basically tactile because of the controls and a bit of mental visual. You have a HUD chat going on. But that might not seem so out of place given that you're playing in third person anyway. Yeah, like 3 or so hours, I think. Oh, I didn't know you had it or whatever. That's one of the few games I actually beat. Played all the way through and beat. Which I don't do often. Yeah. You should. I wish you were here like 10 minutes ago. I did almost the entire track, like, without any hits or anything, and it was pretty smooth. Now I'm just fucking up everywhere. Oh, you're streaming? Fair enough. Oh my god, now I cannot drive at all. And I don't think in Assetto Corsa it's not like iRacing where you get car damage and then it messes up your vehicle. I think I'm just doing terrible. I mean, I'm way more of an emotional, immersive gamer than you are. It would mess me up. Yeah, it's because you suck. Got to do my oval. Oh, you're doing an oval? Like an actual race? Dude, that's awesome. I'm probably actually ending soon. Because my headset didn't fully charge and I gotta do some other things. But I just wanted to change my like video screen on the stream so it looks different than it did earlier. Hopefully better. And just kind of mess around a little bit. I want to try to get iRacing working so I can race in my Subaru. Yeah, on grid now, back soon. Okay. Whoops. So have you done VR before, Leon? I don't think you have, but have you ever seen VR? And not like Google Glasses crap, like some kind of at least decent VR. Not really? What do you mean not really? One of those silly cheap Google things you put on your phone. Yeah, it's more movie than... Yeah, that's not anything like this. I want you to try it out, but I'm scared you'll break everything. Like you have to control with head motions to alter the image, but that's it. I keep, like, in my head, I keep, like, alright, I'll stop here, I'll stop here, I'll stop here. I just don't wanna. Just having fun. Oh, you were looking up VR games? Hey, look up a game called, yeah, Skyrim VR. I forgot about that. I want to look at it again since I have all this VR stuff set up again. But look up a game called Robo Recall. Like Total Recall, but Robo Recall. I was thinking about getting that. I'm trying to find games that would be fun to play while seated, since I don't exactly have a lot of room to move around and like flail my arms and stuff. I can't really walk around, so I want to find like seated VR games, and that was on a list of some of the best seated VR games, and it looked really good. Probably not your kind of thing though, to be honest. But I wonder, I'm thinking Skyrim should be able to be played seated. I don't think you would need to get up and get around. Well, maybe with like the bow and arrow, you'd have to stretch out for that. But I don't think there'd have to be anything major. Oh, Robo looks kind of cool. Shit. And you don't have to look up like Quest 2 games, because like I can play Quest games that are available on the Quest, the Oculus store, which has unique games that you can only get there, but like Robo Recall. But I also have the Steam link, so I can play any VR Steam games, which I'm sure you already ascertained. Not really my game, you're right. They don't have leg sensors? Why would you stand for Skyrim anyways? I don't have leg sensors, but they do exist. Tracking, what do they call it? You can get 2 for your knees. No. 2 for your feet, and one like a hip belt, one that goes around your hip. And then you have the hand because of the controller, so you have your hands. Full motion tracking, yeah. I think it's called full motion tracking, and there's different ways to do it, but the game has to support it. It has to recognize like the sensors that are on your feet and your hips. VR Chat does. VR Chat is probably the best one I've seen for like full motion, full body tracking. Fallout 4? Stuff like that could be really cool. I'll have to look into it once I get done here. Yeah, come up with a list of games you might want to look at, so I can look at them and see if it's something I want to like get at some point. There's an archery game someone received for me. Oh, recommended. Yeah, archery would be really cool in VR. With the controllers. I don't know if you've seen the controllers in here, but they work really well. I'll have to show you sometimes, because right now I'm obviously using a steering wheel, so you don't see my inputs in the same way you do with like the hand controllers, where I like get actual hands on the screen that I can move around. The Wizards? I have not heard of the Wizards. Go around being a floating pair of hands doing magic. Oh. That weird grid was my guardian. I don't know. That's the second time it's done that now. I don't know what that's freaking out for. But whatever. I'll just make a larger guardian or something. See if that fixes it. Whoops. Whoa! Feck! If we want, we should do book clubs, and I got the thing at 8. Okay, yeah, I don't know what time it is now, but I know it's got to be at least 7:30. So 7:15. Okay. Wow. I guess I was like exactly right. 7 to 7:30. That would be 7:15 in between. Oh, look at that! I have a clock on here. I'm holding my controller. You can't see it. I'm holding my controllers, and when I rotate my wrist or rotate the controller, it brings up that menu, which works with the dock for the chat. That's cool. So I have 7:19. Apparently I've been using this for an hour? Whatever. I'll go ahead and stop here. Let me get this stuff off. It's so jarring coming back. Pulsar, but it's co-op. Alright, well, I'm going to sign off for now, so thanks anybody else who tuned in. I'll see you next time. Have a good one.